The Minnesota Timberwolves defeated the Denver Nuggets 115-70 to force a game 7. This game was, I would say, not really entertaining, obviously. And I say this as someone who's neutral. This was just a curb stomping. I have to say this series has been really weird. Just it's been inconsistent despite it going to 7 games. I feel like every game has not ever really been close. Most of these games have been won by double digits by either side. I think there was 2 games that were decided by 8 or 9 points, but even though the victory was decided by 8 or 9, the team that won was up by double digits, and it just was the lead was shortened in garbage time. So I wonder if Game 7 will be close. That'll be interesting to see. But going back to this game, I will say this. Give the Timberwolves credit for not folding at the start of the game when the Nuggets went up 9-2. It seemed at that point in time Timberwolves were going to come down crashing. They were going to give up, but they didn't. Credit to Anthony Edwards for being aggressive and refusing to give up. And I think that inspired the rest of the team, and they just followed suit. They went on a 20-0 run after being down 9-2 and went up 22-9, and they never looked back. They controlled this game from that point forward, and it was no contest. They really wanted to win this game. Their defense was smothering. It reminded me of the type of defense they had played in Game 2 in this series. They hadn't played that type of defense since then, and it was amazing. They were swarming, they were harassing, they were just disrupting the Nuggets. You look at just the field goal percentage the Nuggets shot for the game. It was 30.2%. I believe ESPN said that was like the worst shooting percentage ever for an NBA playoff game. So that's a record the Timberwolves set with their smothering D. The Nuggets shot 7 of 36 from 3, which is god awful. When you look at the Nuggets, Jokic was good, but I wouldn't say great. Just he shot 9 of 19, 22 points. 9 rebounds. Aaron Gordon was solid, 12 points, 8 rebounds, but the rest of the team was pure trash. Michael Porter Jr. was garbage. Jamal Murray was trash. KCP was garbage. Their bench was garbage. I would say the biggest concern, if you're a Nuggets fan, I would say is Jamal Murray's arm injury that happened in the first quarter when he collided right into Rudy Gobert, I believe, on a screen. He was never really the same after that play. His shots were just terrible. Maybe it was just the Timberwolves' great defense, but something was off with him after that injury. He played through it. I don't think he fractured anything or anything's broken, so hopefully he'll be good for Sunday. I hope so, even though I'm not a fan of either team. I just want to see a competitive game. But I would be concerned about that. Jamal Murray alluded to that in his post-game conference, saying that his arm being hit the way it was on that screen affected him, and he really couldn't shoot well. But he also said that he would be okay Sunday, so we'll see. But I think that's a concern. But going back to this game, the Timberwolves killed the Nuggets on the boards. They had like 62 rebounds. That's insane. I don't even think a team's ever gotten that many rebounds in a playoff game before. But 62 rebounds is crazy. So they wanted it more. They just wanted it more. As the Edwards played inspired ball. Jaden McDaniels just played out of his ass, I would say. 21 points on 80% shooting. That's absurd. You're not going to lose a game when a guy gets 20 or more points on 80% shooting. And on top of that, the Timberwolves were able to protect the ball. They only had 6 turnovers. So that's like a perfect game. Give Anthony Edwards credit also for adjusting to the double teams. The last game, he was terrible against the Nuggets double teams. This game, he figured it out. He knew when to attack, when to reset, to set him up for a good ISO play. I think also having Michael Conley in this game helped him to some degree to be able to overcome the double teams. And he was effective. I think now it's the Nuggets' decision to make on what they're going to do the next game. Do they want to double team him, or do they want to throw something differently at him? That's something Coach Malone is going to have to decide. that's going to be interesting to see. I would say Nuggets would be the favorites to win the Game 7, but you never know. The series has been so volatile that you just don't know who's going to come on top. It'll be very close. I'm going to go with the Nuggets. I'll say the Nuggets will win Game 7. I have a feeling that they have too much pride to lose Game 7 on their home court, and they'll find a way to get it done. I'm looking forward to Game 7.